Hello YouTube, this is TRoPrice667. We are here with our Week 4 NCP battle. This week we're going up against Keegan and his Olympique Flygons. So, first off, if you haven't checked out last week, I do suggest checking out. Leave a link above here, and it was a fun battle versus Kurt. Battle to the very end. Fortunately, we weren't able to pull out the W, so hopefully we can bounce back this week up against Keegan. Keegan's got a very powerful, scary team. He's got Torrentine, Slowbro, Cinderace, Kartana, Hippowdon, Deontay, Dracozolt, Throw, Roselia, and Corviknight. So, looking at the team overall, it's a very actually bulky team as well as powerfully physically offensive. So like offensive threats like Kartana, Dracozolt, Cinderace, and then you get the defensive bulk of Slowbro, Hippowdon, Deontay, Throw, and Corviknight. So kind of like a very balanced team, I think, going up against. His special attackers are kind of on the weaker side, like Torrentine, Slowbro, and Deontay, being his best special attack, and even then Deontay's more of a wall than just a special attacker until a Mega evolves, so I just think maybe more like a threatening team. But either way, it's still a threatening team nonetheless, so I had to go about it a different way here. So here's what I will be bringing. So starting off with, we always start out with the Urshifu, it seems like. So we have a Choice Scarf Urshifu, Week 4, and I'm finally bringing this. And we are actually an Adamant set because he's got a kind of a weird speed gap between Kartana and Dracozolt. So Urshifu kind of fits nicely in between those two. So I'm literally only having enough speed to outspeed a Dracozolt, and then I'm running Adamant. If it's Sand Rush Dracozolt, no worries with trying to outspeed back because I won't. So I'm more of if it's like a Hustle Choice Scarf set, I will outspeed the Choice Scarf Dracozolt instead. So I'm rocking Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Sucker Punch, and U-Turn. I did not bring Sucker Punch last week, it kind of bit me, so I'm definitely bringing it this week, even if I am Scarf, in case I have to face a fellow Scarfer like Cinderace or something, or Kartana, where I get knocked. Then I can click Sucker Punch to outspeed, they get the priority in. So it's kind of what it's here for, just kind of like a cleaner in the end game or a breaker, depending on how his team is built. I'm more expecting a cleaner because he does have a lot of bulky threats that Urshifu kind of struggles to break on its own, so it's definitely going to need breakers to help out. Next up, we have a defensive Tangrowth with Rocky Helmet. Now this is pretty much max HP, max defense, bold nature, because I wanted to be taking as many hits from Kartana as possible, as well as a semi-check to Dracozolt, since Dracozolt will need to be mixed to break through Tangrowth. But Tangrowth isn't going to be my main check for Dracozolt, it's just here mostly for the Kartana. It's rocking Knockoff, Leaf Seed, Giga Drain, and Focus Blast. So Knockoff is for when I first come in to check Kartana, I want to click Knockoff. Anything that comes in is getting knocked. Roselia would lose the Violite. Deontay would lose Leftovers or Assault Vest or whatever else it's running. Cinderace would lose Boots or Choice Band or Choice Scarf or anything else. Slowbro, well, I don't know if Slowbro will be hard switching into this. Torrentine will lose its Boots or Assault Vest or whatever else it's wanting to run. And Hippowdon would lose the Leftovers. So just overall, really important to click Knockoff first thing versus the Kartana, because if the Kartana is Scarf, it can be a huge problem later down the road, so I do want to knock it off. I'm running Leech Seed so that after I knock the Kartana or knock whatever the switch in is, I can start spamming Leech Seed later on and start getting passive recovery back. Giga Drain is just for stab and to hit Hippowdon and Slowbro, just so I can at least hit those. And Focus Blast is for the Kartana. Big issue I have with Kartana is Tangrowth can just come in and tank hits, but Tangrowth doesn't really do anything back unless I'm running Focus Blast, so I'm kind of forced to run Focus Blast for the Kartana this week. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's kind of, it has to come, or else I still lose the Kartana, either way. Next we have a Choice Specs Gengar. Now I had to triple check this, but Kikin has no Ghost Resist or Ghost Immunity on his team. So Choice Scarf Gengar kind of breaks through most of his team, outside of a Throw and a Diancie in the sand, because Diancie in the sand is super bulky for some odd reason. So I'm running Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Thunderbolt, and Trick. The Trick is more for something like maybe like Roselia, or not really much Roselia. I can still break the Roselia. More like Throw or Diancie. Like a Throw could be like a Rest bulk up set that can still be kind of scary. So like bulk up, Rest, knock off, and Sleep Talk, or something of a similar set. I don't know for certain, but just to trick the Throw in general. The Diancie is very annoying, so if it's like an Assault Vest variant, I can trick off its Assault Vest. Now then my Gengar would be Assault Vest, and that's not great. But anything to just like break through the Diancie would be amazing for me. So that's kind of what it's here for. It has to run max speed, max special attack, because I need to outspeed the Kartana. Because once again, Kartana just runs through my team. So that's why this set is here, yeah. Next up, we have Rotom Heat. Now this Rotom Heat is kind of a like bulky HP and speed variant. It's not really running. Okay, not as okay. So it's okay. Rephrase that. It's a special attacking set. Yeah, that's what I remember now. This also is a great check to Dracozolt just naturally, as Dracozolt doesn't really have much to hit it outside of like clicking Draco Meteor or slash Dragon Claw, and then I can burn the Dracozolt back. So it's kind of what it's here for, to be like a type check to Dracozolt as well as a type check to Hippowdon. Now, Rotom Heat also doesn't really have that many switch-ins, unless they want to get burned. So I can just, like, say he wants to switch in Dracozolt, I burn that. Wants to switch in Hippowdon, I burn that. Throw and Diancie are okay switch-ins. I can still like Volt Switch versus them and get momentum off into so they could break past them later on. So this is kind of just like a nuisance special attacker type of thing. Rocking the Will-O-Wisp, and of course Defog, because I know if he brings Hippowdon, he's definitely going to be wanting to set rocks versus me. So I do want to keep rocks off the field as long as possible. Next up, we have a specially defensive Swampert. Now this is the main check to Dracozolt. Rotom Heat is more like an offensive. This is the main Dracozolt check. Dracozolt doesn't really do much to Swampert overall because of the ground typing. So Dragon Claw and Draco Meteor are its best ways to hit this. And even then, they are doing about 30% because Swampert's just a tank. So Swampert also can get rocks up versus the Hippowdon, versus the Diancie, versus... Okay, so Hippowdon, Diancie, and Dracozolt pretty much. As well as Cinderace. Cinderace doesn't really want to stay in versus Swampert. I can also like spam Toxic as well. And just rocking Flip Turn to Earthquake. Earthquake more for Dracozolt, as though I can come in versus Dracozolt, Swampert does get worn out over time. So I need a way to at least like threaten the Dracozolt a little bit. So that's what the Earthquake is here for, just so that it can just, it's just so that it can't just stay in, just wear me down so quickly. Next up, we have Salamence. Now this is a special breaker Salamence. I'm running max special attack, max HP. Once again, as I discussed earlier, he has a huge speed gap between Kartana and Dracozolt. So I can actually just not really invest anything in speed and still be able to outspeed everything below Dracozolt. I'm not really trying to outspeed the Dracozolt because of the fact that I don't have any way to hit Dracozolt in the first place, so I wouldn't be wanting to stay in versus it at all. I'm rocking Hydro Pump, Hurricane, Flamethrower. Flamethrower is to hit the Corviknight as well as the Kartana. I originally had Fire Blast, but I'm already running moves that can miss, so I don't want to run even more moves that can miss, and Flamethrower is still a 2-hit KO versus most Corviknight sets, and it's still Oko's Kartana either way, so no need to risk missing with those moves. Hurricane is to hit the throw in the Hippowdon. Well, not the Hippowdon, but the throw, the Roselia, the Cinderace, Torrentee, and Slowbro really hard. And then the Hydro Pump is to break through the Hippowdon and the Deontay, as both of them do not really appreciate Hydro Pump from max special attack modest Salamence. So that's kind of what those are here for. And then instead of Roost, I'm rocking Wish. So this is also going to be like used to heal up my checks. So like say Swampert gets worn down or Rotom Heat gets worn down, I can throw up a Wish and then pivot into them and then go back to full with both of them and just be a nuisance even longer. So that's kind of what's here for. Special Breaker plus Wisher for Wish Passer to my team. Yeah, and that is this Team 6 I'm bringing. It's definitely a little bit different than I built like earlier on. Trick Gengar doesn't really feel that different, but I'm running Specs this time around. I'm running a more offensive Rotom Heat. Swampert is Protect, I'm running Protect. And I'm running like a special Breaker Salamence, which I haven't really run at all this season, so I'm very excited with this team. And honestly, this could be like a make or break depending on how well like Salamence hits. So we'll see how it goes there, but I think overall, I think I have ways to like counter most of his offense, and then break past with my attackers as well. So I'm kind of excited for how this will go. We'll see though. Definitely is going to be a fun match, and I'll catch you during the battle. And we're here for the battle versus Flygon. So to put it long story short, we were unable to connect with the Wi-Fi competitions. We tried this a few times between the weekend and later on within the week. We also tried connecting through LAN, and we were unable to connect. So in order for us to both get this battle out and not pull out our hair trying to continue connecting, we decided to just bite the bullet and go into playing versus each other on Showdown. So here we are. Look, have fun, Keegan. Now let's see, he's brought Cinderace, Hippowdon, Torrentee, Kartana, Dracozolt, and Deontay. So, as I was discussing earlier, Gengar kind of goes in. It's great that he actually did not bring Throw, which was actually a big scary threat towards Gengar, because Throw actually still leaves Gengar any hit. Deontay is still an issue for Gengar, because Deontay in Sand really takes nothing from a Gengar Spec Shadow Ball. So I do need to get rid of Deontay any way possible. I think, honestly, Swampert might still be my best lead overall. I could lead Heat, Rotom Heat, but I just think Swampert probably just get rocks up. He could lead Torn. I don't like Torn lead, but I do have a dedicated Torn check. So I think Swampert. Yeah, we'll lead Swampert here. So he does lead Hippowdon. I think... Ooh, I could Rocks here, or I could Toxic. I think Rocks are more important. So he just hard Torns. So I think I just hard Heatom here. As he knocks off, that's okay, I guess. Losing Boots does suck. I think I'm gonna proc a Free Willow here. As he does U-turn. Yeah, I did not expect him to stay in. If he goes Cinderace, that kinda sucks. But, okay, Deontay. Okay, this is fine for me. Alright, so... I do get the burn off on Deontay, that's amazing. I think... I'll Volt Switch out into Tangrowth, perhaps? I don't know, if he clicks Moonblast, I mean, I have an issue. But I think I'm going to Volt Switch out. Okay, I do 16%. I'll go Tangrowth here. Oh no, he's a Calm Mindset. Actually, this is fine. Because, I can... Oh no, I'm a special set. Oh, this is really, really bad. Okay. This is awkward. Do I need this for Dracozolt? Oh no, this is my Kartana check. Oh, this is bad. And I don't beat Torn T that well either. I mean, getting this down for Gengar is amazing. I think I'm just gonna go right back into Rotom. Okay, so he reveals the Draining Kiss, so he's a Draining Kiss set. Okay, so the sand is gone. Volt Switch out again. Into... I think Swampert. I mean, this is fine. Now I can just flip turn for free. Deontay being worn down is amazing, actually, because Gengar can now just click Shadow Ball. And I do lose my Rotom Heat for this, unfortunately. I don't really have a way to wall Torn T anymore. But I think this is very important either way. I could click Earthquake, but I just think flip turning out is better for me. He could elect to stay in and click Moonblast or Draining Kiss. But I do get the... I do not get the momentum. Oh, no. Okay. We sacked the Rotom. When this is a threat. Alright, we go right back into Swampert. This is grand. This is grand. Honestly. Alright, so we're just gonna flip turn out again. I should kill. Yeah, that kills. And we'll flip turn it into Gengar. Okay, so this is just choreographing Scarf. I too can click the knockoff. That's perfect, getting rid of Boots. I don't have a switch into this anymore, which is grand. Losing Rotom Heat really sucks for me, I think. Crap. I don't want to lose Swampert to this. Is Salamence needed for anything? Huh. Salamence isn't really needed for anything. Because, like, the only thing... I guess, in order to, like, help break the Hippowdon, Swampert is needed to check Break Result. But I think Swampert could check Break Result at a lower health. And he misses. Oh, that's so fortunate for me. I'm just going to flip turn out again, I think. I am Choice Scarf, Urshifu. With rocks being up, he's in a... Okay, so he knocks off my leftovers. But now he's at 50%. I go Urshifu. And I want to see if I can click Close Combat. So, with Urshifu versus a Tornadus T, say, Defog set at level 50. Close Combat will not kill. I think Wicked Blow is just fine, though. He doesn't have a Wicked Blow resist because Diancie's dead. So I'm just going to click Wicked Blow. He goes to Powdon. Is this Rocky Helmet? It is Rocky Helmet, okay. Alright, so he could probably get rocks up here. That's fine. Do I want to go If I go Tangrowth, it kind of leads in the Torn T, which I personally don't like too much. I think I go Swampert. Okay, he slacks off. That's fine. I'm going to click Toxic. If he goes Kartana, I do have the Tangrowth, so I still have a reliable check to Kartana. Alright, so he's thinking. I mean, he could honestly go Kartana here. Okay, he doesn't. He lets me Toxic this. That's actually amazing. That's really good for me. So, I think I hard Tangrowth, maybe? No, let's go Mence. As he goes Torn T, that's actually fine for me. Mence should live a hit. Unless this is rocking Icy Wind as a 4th move. It could be rocking Icy Wind as a 4th move. Let's see. How much does Elements take from a Torn T Icy Wind? Okay, so it doesn't Oko me. Hydro Pump doesn't Oko back if it's like a bulky set. I'm still clicking it. Okay, so he knocks off my heavy boots. Oh, he's lucky he survived that. I think I wish. As he U-turns out. What's he going to? If I clicked Hurricane and I hit, this would be dead, which would be amazing. But this being low and Rocks being up is fine for me too, because he's only getting 8% back. So he goes back into Hippowdon. Alright, so I wish up. And I just click Hydro Pump. And I miss. Cool. I'll click it again. Actually, you know what? I think... Ooh. Yeah, we'll click Flamethrower. Alright, so the Torn is dead. The Dracozolt is in. And I can't really do anything about this. I do have Intimidate. I think... Oh, if I lose Swampert, I lose the Dracozolt. But I do want to keep this alive, because intimidating this would be amazing for me. For... Well, will it be actually? I don't know. I think going Swampert's fine here. Yeah, this is fine for me. We'll click Earthquake. Not gonna lie, missing that Hydro Pump versus the Torn sucked, but he also missed Hurricane versus me, so it kind of evens out, because my summons would be at full health, but my Swampert would also be dead. So he knows he can't kill me with anything he clicks here. His Hippowdon is also toxic, and it's on the last turn of Sandstorm, so he sacks the Cinderace. Okay, that's fine. He goes into Kartana. Oh, he could click Aerial Ace. I think I still go into Tangrowth though. I'm not out of the woods yet because Kartana is a huge threat. Actually, I want to calc something. Tangrowth versus Kartana. And this is Choice Scarf. At level 50. And he's Aerial Ace. Oh, that does nothing. Yeah, even X-Scissor doesn't do enough. Oh no! Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Oh, that's actually awful. Oh no. I knocked this off and then Gengar won. X-Scissor doesn't kill me, which is fine, but I'm in an awful position now. So I roost here. I mean, I wish here. Yeah, as he goes to Powdon. And I click Hydro. Oh, that crit. Oh, that's awful, because I clicked Knock, which then allowed Gengar or Urshifu to outspeed, and then claim the win at the end. Miss. Get Toxic. Okay, Salamence, you need to hit, please. Actually, wasting Sand turns is okay here. Wasting that Sand turn, I'm okay with. Okay, so I need this alive for Kartana in the end game. So I'm gonna sack off Swampert here. He misses Draco, which is actually great, because now he has to kill me and then lose the sand so I can revenge it with Gengar. Yeah. I'm gonna click Earthquake, I think. Yeah, he just kills me. Alright, so I go Gengar, and I kill with Shadow Ball. He goes Kartana, he has to kill me with probably something like Knockoff. I think Knockoff's the only thing that kills me from full. And I am Cursed Body, so if I get the Cursed Body proc, I still win this. Oh wait, if he has Smart Strike, I lose. because I think a +1 Smart Strike definitely does kill Urshifu. So if he has Smart Strike and I don't get the Cursed Body proc, I lose. Wait, I live? I get the Cursed Body proc? Let's go, Gengar! Woohoo! Oh man, that was close. GG's, man. Great game, honestly. I think it was a bunch of positioning, so it was. Oh wow. I'm still. I didn't think I would live that, to be honest. I'm a Gengar. I have no defense. Oh man, Choice Specs Gengar coming through. I'm not gonna lie, the Draco Miss really sucked for him at that moment because I would have needed to sack off 2 things versus the Dracozolt instead of 1. Because I kind of forced him to click Smart Strike at that moment. He could have because he could have clicked Knock instead if I sacked the Urshifu. So it really came down to what did I want to sack versus the Dracozolt. It was not a clean game for either of us. The crit on the Tangrowth really sucked. It would have made the endgame a lot easier for me, but in the end, it is what it is. Hacks happen on both sides. I can't say for certain if the hacks that happened on my side was better than the hacks that happened on his side. So it's Pokemon. It's the game we play. I really hope he isn't too I don't know, man. I'm happy about how that game went and happy to get away with that with a dub. I'm sorry that we had to resort to having to play on Showdown instead of Wi-Fi. I'm not that big of a fan of trying to upload Showdown drafts, so it happens. But thank you all for watching, and hopefully next battle, who we are going up against Amel, we will be able to play on Wi-Fi. Thank you all so much. Peace.